Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the most wonderful time of the year and you know what that means, gifts. Okay, so we shouldn't be prioritizing gifts this holiday season. So let's shift the focus to family time. We made the goal last year to have weekly game nights and it kind of fell short, but we're trying again this year. So in today's video, I'm going to share the games that we picked up for Christmas and hopefully encourage us to host a game night with friends throughout the year. From classics to new releases, I think you'll love what we got. So a few weeks ago at my older daughter's birthday party, one of her friend's parents had came over to pick her up, and when they walked past our game cupboard downstairs, they were both in shock. They were, oh my goodness, they were completely nerding out over our game collection. And so they kind of joked that we should have a game night, but Ryan and I were like, yeah, we absolutely should have a game night. And that's sort of what kickstarted this addition to our game collection, because we need friends and we want to have a game night. And since we've wanted to host the game night, or since we've wanted to have game night within our family, now we have an excuse to host game nights. We needed to expand on our games, not only with games that we can play by ourselves as a family of 3, but games that we could play with 4 adults. So we could send the girls upstairs and then we could play some adult games. Before we dive in, I want to know what's your favorite tabletop game. It could be a board game, it could be a card game, it could be any old-fashioned game that can take place around a table. Let me know your favorite game down in the comments below, and let's get started and see what we got. Okay, that sun is brutal. Okay, I hear you. If I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking poppy. So let's get into this big pile of games that we purchased for this year for Christmas. Here's the thing, last year, maybe it was the year before, we bought a game called Unstable Unicorns and we absolutely loved it. And because of that, we realized that we really like the brand Unstable Games. So all 3 of these games come from the brand Unstable Games. The first one here is called Command of Nature, which is an elemental game, so it's a card game. It says, harness the magic of the forest and go head to head with rival sages in this strategic deck building game from the creators of Here to Slay and Casting Shadows. Summon elemental warriors from the Pebble, Droplet, Twig, and Leaf factions and enter combat to prove your prowess. As the battle continues, you'll level up and gain access to extraordinary new abilities and elemental champions. When the dust settles, will you emerge victorious? So Command of Nature says it is for 2 to 4 players. It takes 30 to 60 minutes to play and it's ages 10 and up. Now my big kid is 9, so she may or may not be able to play this game. So this one is called Command of Nature. The next one here is called Little Happy Dinosaurs. Smile, it's almost over. So this is about the extinction of dinosaurs. This one, the back says, lately it feels like we're all just dinosaurs trying to avoid falling meteors. In this 2 to 4 player game, you'll try to dodge all of life's natural, predatory, and emotional disasters. You might fall into a pit of hot lava, get attacked by saber-toothed squirrels, or be ghosted by your dino date. But the dino who survives wins the game. So this game here says 2 to 4 players. It takes 30 to 60 minutes to play, and it's for ages 8 and up. The next game we got by Unstable Games is called Here to Slay. Now this one's, the back says, are you ready to slay? Here to Slay is a strategic role-playing fantasy card game from the creators of Unstable Unicorns. In this game, you'll assemble a party of heroes and slay dangerous monsters while sabotaging your friends. Friends is crossed out and now it says enemies. Brace yourself for a fast-paced, adorable, and utterly destructive adventure. So this game says it is for 2 to 6 players. It takes 30 to 60 minutes and it is for ages 10 and up. This one here is not traditional tic-tac-toe and Connect 4. with the exception of it being in a wood case. So this one is a little bit different. I was kind of excited to get this one because we already have Connect 4, the traditional one. And this is just like a fun, cute holiday version almost. And it stores it up nicely. So you can put the stuff inside of this little container here and it's easy to store. This game here is called Escaping Extinction. Now this game is not from Unstable Games. This one is from Solid Roots and it's a co-op game. This one is funny because it says Escaping Extinction based on a true story. But there's a dinosaur wearing an astronaut mask, which I thought was pretty funny. This one says, this game is based on a true story. Dr. Velociraptor has spotted a meteor on collision course with Earth that will cause an extinction. Luckily, he has come up with a genius plan. He and his best dino friends can escape on a rocket, but they need to collect the parts to build it in time before the meteor crashes down. This game says it is ages 12 and up, 1 to 4 players, and it takes 45 minutes or more to play. The next games that we got is Catan in the expansion pack. We already have Catan Junior, which we actually play a decent amount. We most recently played Catan Junior when the power went out in our block, so the entire neighborhood lost power. We had candle, that's all we had, so we played Catan Junior. I think that my big kid is finally ready to play the big version, which is a little bit more strategic. This original version is 3 or 4 players, takes about 60 minutes and ages 10 up. This one here has the expansion, so it allows you to increase to 5 to 6 players. Last but not least, we have the game of Clue. Now everyone knows the game of Clue. It's a classic old school game. A lot of these games that I already shared are more for us as a family with me and Ryan in mind, and also for our game nights with our friends from across the water. This one here will be more based towards the kiddos. So I was gonna say, it looks like they're all the same, but it's actually a little bit different. The characters in this are Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Mayor Green, Chef White, Solicitor Peacock, and Professor Plum. Now I know Professor Plum was the same, and I know Colonel Mustard was the same, but I'm fairly certain it was never Chef White, because I was always the white character. And Solicitor Peacock is definitely new, because my sister was always the peacock. So this one says, blackmail never pays. When 6 guests arrive at Bowden Black's... Oh, that's different too. It was Mr. Body. When 6 guests arrive at Bowden Black's family home, none are certain what to expect. But when he turns up dead after revealing a dastardly blackmail scheme, the pressure is on. You'll need to use the clues you find in the mansion and your best deductive abilities to sleuth out who killed Black, where they did it, and with what weapon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you to start your own game night with your family and your friends. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and then be sure to subscribe so you can watch all of my upcoming Vlogmas videos.